Hi, this is Wayne Trammell from the Remote Leadership Institute, and I just want to talk to you for a minute about a subject that is super important and it's very often ignored by a lot of managers, especially if we have people scattered across time zones. I'm talking about your sleep. Nearly half of adults don't get enough of it to begin with, and as a remote leader, odds are more than once you've taken one for the team, right? But let me ask you this. How are you doing during the week? Are you getting at least 7 hours of sleep a night? Stop laughing. I'm serious. If you're not, you may be putting yourself behind the eight ball when it comes to your work performance as well as your overall health. There's a couple of things that you need to know. First of all, you can't make it up by sleeping late on the weekends. Your body isn't a time bank. If you have a bad night's sleep, you will feel the effects the next day. And if you don't think this matters, think about this. Amnesty International says that sleep deprivation is the second most common form of torture in political prisons. I'm not saying that late night conference call with Australia should be against the Geneva Convention. I'm just saying. Also, losing sleep over your job doesn't help if you can't do your job. Lack of sleep is actually one of the leading causes of car wrecks, industrial accidents, and expensive production errors. The good news is you answered that email. The bad news is you didn't do it particularly well, and now you've caused more drama than you intended. Look, being the leader of a remote team is going to put strains on your time. The business world works on a 24-hour clock, even if your body doesn't. And we need to take that into effect. Also, technology plays a role. The always connected world of email, IMs, and smartphones means that it is difficult to disconnect. It doesn't mean that it's not important. So here are a couple of things to keep in mind. First, just know that your phone is keeping you awake at night. The blue spectrum light from the screen actually messes with your body's sleep mechanisms. For example, the blue light tells your body it's daytime. It often interferes with your brain's ability to create important sleep chemicals like melatonin. So don't check your phone for at least 30 minutes before going to bed. Don't look at me like that. It is in fact doable, and in fact, you really have to do it. Now, I know a lot of you are going to say, well, that's where I charge my phone. That's fine. Charge it somewhere other than your bedside table. Even if you turn off the notifications and you're not hearing those incoming messages all night long, you still know that it's there. Now, a lot of people use the excuse, well, I use it as my clock. Well, here's a wacky notion. Get a clock. If you have babies in the house, or on the other hand, you are of a certain age, you're probably having to get up at least once during the night. For most of us, this is no big deal. We get up, we do what we have to do, we come back to bed. Unless you decide to check your phone. Not only does that blue light work its evil magic, but now you're lying there staring at the ceiling wondering what the heck Larry in accounting has done now. If you do need to stagger your schedule to accommodate your team or customers in other parts of the world, don't be afraid to take some of that time back. I'm serious about this. Naps are good. Even if you don't sleep, sitting quietly or lying down in a darkened room for 15 minutes helps your body regulate itself and its energy levels. This is not minor. You need to take your sleep seriously. It impacts your energy level, the ability to maintain your weight, and a lack of sleep over time is a major reason that leaders burn out. Working from home is great. You don't have that commute. But if you spend that time glued to a screen and you actually do it for more hours a day, that's a very real problem. Okay, that's enough of me. Go take a nap or something. For sure, don't watch this video a half hour before you go to bed. And remember, long-distance leadership pays attention to outcomes and others, of course, but also ourselves. one of the most important things that we can do for ourselves is make sure that we have enough rest. For more information on being an effective remote leader, stop by and pay us a visit at www.remoteleadershipinstitute.com. Thanks for listening.